Welcome back. Time to shine. Time to take your pick with our good friend, CBS Sports HQ superstar Will Brinson. We're both okay. Week 12. We both lost on Wednesday afternoon football. First time we've ever lost a game. Should go noted on Wednesday afternoon football. We're going to pick every single game against the spread this week, with the exception of the Tuesday game, because there's currently no line on it, according to our good friends over at William Hill. So we'll pick that game, Will Brinson, on Tuesday. But let's have some fun. And let's start with the signature CBS game, 4:25 p.m. Eastern, Lambeau Field. It's Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson special. Can't wait for it. The Green Bay Packers at home, favored by 8.5 points, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Well, Adam, you referenced the Wednesday afternoon debacle involving Trace McSorley and Marquise Milk Carton Brown, who decided to show up for the first time all season. You know who else provided a brutal beat last week? Carson Wentz and the Eagles. Are you kidding me? They throw the Hail Mary touchdown and then go for two because now Doug Peterson's doing analytics? I'm too scared to fade Carson Wentz coming through the back door with some garbage touchdown against the Packers. I also think Green Bay will try to run the ball. It won't work against Philadelphia. They have a very good run defense led by Fletcher Cox. I think I see a low-scoring affair. Like Devontae Adams to find the end zone. Rodgers has a nice game, but I'm not fading Carson. All I've got left is the backdoor Wentz in this spot when he's catching more than a touchdown. Give me the Eagles reluctantly.
Wow, I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers despite what happened on Monday Night Football. Listen, Will, I'm just going to look at the quarterbacks. Listen, I think Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. He's on my all-time Mount Rushmore. You can make the case this is the best season he's ever had. I have him number 2 right now for MVP. He's completing 69% of his passes, 33 touchdown passes on the campaign. The Wentz wagon is broken, and I would have benched him for Jalen Hurts before the Seattle game. Doug Peterson doesn't know what he's doing. Carson Wentz with the 15 interceptions, under 60% completion percentage. He's been sacked 45 times. My man needs a break. And I think the Green Bay Packers are going to take care of business and destroy the Philadelphia Eagles. I love this rivalry game, Will Brinson, with the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. You have the New Orleans Saints in Atlanta. The Saints are favored by 3. Will Brinson, take your pick.
Yeah, by the way, these first 2 games are interesting. I think they provide a great teaser opportunity. Shout out to R.J. White of CBS Sports for mentioning this on my podcast. But the Packers and the Falcons, fantastic teaser because the Falcons are a good bet by themselves. In fact, I think the Falcons are going to win this game outright. The little Taysom Hill experiment, it's coming to a close against a defense in Atlanta that has suddenly been top 20 by DVOA since Raheem Morris took over. I know that it's not impressive. We don't want to give the Falcons like a golf clap or a participation award for playing well at the end of seasons. But Raheem Morris might be getting himself a head coaching job. And if he beats Sean Payton and the Saints in this rivalry game, that is a huge win for them. Not to mention, Adam, you look at these second divisional matchups in the span of 3 weeks. The team, the home dog in this spot, performs great, like 19-4 against the spread. Give me the Falcons straight up.
I'm shaking my head, Will Brinson, because I'm jealous. I'm jealous that you had the guts and I didn't. I'm going to take the Saints. I'm going to take the Saints to win and cover. I've had this game circled. Even if Drew Brees was playing, I was going to take the Atlanta Falcons because this is a rivalry where you throw everything out the window. We literally saw that 365 days ago when Atlanta, when they were awful, able to beat the New Orleans Saints. I think it's tough to beat a team 2 times in a row, especially in the division, 2 times in 3 weeks. I love how the NFL does that with the Saints and the Falcons. The Julio Jones injury scares me. If he was healthy, I would pick Atlanta and sleep like a baby. He's not 100%. He's questionable. We'll find out on Sunday if he could go. I'm going to roll here with Taysom Hill, Michael Thomas, and most especially Sean Payton and that great defense. I'm going to roll with the New Orleans Saints. How about the Indianapolis Colts, Will Brinson? They are on the road, favored by 3.5 points in Houston. Take it back.
I don't really understand what's going on here at the AFC South. People are trying to bury the Colts because they lost to the Titans. They didn't have DeForest Buckner or Danico Autry. Jonathan Taylor wasn't present. What are we talking about here? And now the Texans are suddenly a frisky team that are coming after the playoffs? Not so fast here, right? This is a spot for the Colts to get right. The weakness of the Texans is pounding the ball, is against the run. Indy's going to run the ball down their throat. There's no Will Fuller because he's been suspended for the rest of the year. As a result, they'll clamp down on Brandon Cooks. Colts roll in this game.
I love the Indianapolis Colts. You know, last week I was thinking, all right, this could be one where maybe Deshaun Watson could work his magic, and he is still a superstar of superstars, but no Will Fuller, no chance, not going to happen. And I'm with you. You know, the media elite, the Twitter tough guys downgrading Indianapolis. I mean, little perspective. DeForest Buckner is a monster. He didn't play last week. I think the Indianapolis Colts are going to win. Indianapolis Colts are going to cover. Here are the rest of our picks for week number 13 in the National Football League. Will Brinson and I are both rolling with Darrell Bevel and the rebuilding since 1957 Detroit Lions. I couldn't circle Jacksonville fast enough in terms of getting the points. 10 just feels like it's way too much. We're both grabbing the points with Cleveland. We both like the LA Rams. Will and I disagree on the Giants, Seahawks, the Patriots, and the Chargers. I always think the team's better quarterback. That's why I'm rolling with the Chargers. We disagree on Chiefs and the Broncos. We disagree on Bills, Niners. And we both like the football team. Will, as always, great stuff. Appreciate it. We'll be watching you, of course, on CBS Sports HQ and listening to your outstanding podcast. The game of Week 13 in the NFL is on CBS with the 8-3 Browns at the 8-3 Tennessee Titans. But let's be honest here. Tennessee's 8-3 simply feels better because Baker Mayfield has been miserable in terms of completing the forward pass. Even during an impressive streak over the last 4 games where Cleveland's 3-1, Baker is completing under 60% of his passes. Now, understand, I picked the Browns to make the playoffs preseason, as you know. I believe in the Browns. I love their head coach. I'm obsessed with their run game. Myles Garrett is off the COVID list. He's going to play. I believe Cleveland's going to make the playoffs even if when they lose on Sunday. I just don't believe in Baker Mayfield. And listen, there's been an issue this year in terms of Cleveland winning football games when they have to go up in class. And this certainly counts in terms of a team that is excellent and is 8-3. And it's going to be a bit of a Herculean kind of task here for Baker. And look, I don't want to hear that Cleveland only beats bad teams. That's how you make the playoffs. That's a credit to the Cleveland Browns. You know when Cleveland wasn't doing this? When Freddie Kitchens was the coach, or No Clue Hugh. So Kevin Stefanski beating bad teams, that's the sign of a really good team. I know Cleveland's a really good team. I do wonder aloud if they're great because the quarterback holds them back. And look, I think Tennessee wins this game. It's going to be a great one, competitive one, down to the wire. I could see it being a field goal game. But Tennessee's going to win because they have the better quarterback. Oh, and they have Derrick Henry, too. And listen, I think Ryan Tannehill is going to have a great game. Efficient, rock steady, big plays to A.J. Brown. And I think there's a major advantage at the quarterback position that favors Mike Vrabel's ball club. You can't trust Baker Mayfield in a spot like this. You just can't. And oh, by the way, as amazing as Nick Chubb is, and he is sensational, he's obviously the second best running back on the field. And I love Nick Chubb, but Derrick Henry right now, he's getting my vote for Offensive Player of the Year. Derrick Henry is bigger, faster, stronger than everybody else. And Derrick Henry, when the going gets tough down the stretch of the season, Derrick Henry gets going. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's in red. That's a great thing. Look at how dominant he is. Other teams are, fatigued and injured, and bam, Derrick Henry, he just keeps pounding. I can't wait for this game. It's going to be amazing. I think both teams are going to make the playoffs, but at the end of the day, the reason you can't pick Cleveland to actually win this game, 2 words, Baker Mayfield. We said earlier in the week on Time to Shine, I loved Sean McVay being openly critical of Jared Goff on Sunday and then Monday, because what else was he going to say? Jared Goff was a double agent against the 49ers. He kept throwing to the wrong team. If Goff was average, LA would have won by 2 scores. Goff was dreadful. Sunday's a gigantic spot for LA and Jared Goff against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. And Jared Goff needs to do a better job protecting the football. It's as simple as that. And I love what Goff had to say about being called out by his head coach. Sean McVay's right. And that's why Goff can deal with the criticism, and he's going to have to put the big boy pants on and make sure he's ready to go and he can handle it. And I think Sean McVay has a major coaching advantage over Cliff Kingsbury in the ball game coming up on Sunday. This game is loaded with playoff implications, but one of the big things for this football game, Kyler Murray has kind of morphed from MVP to a maybe over the last couple of weeks. And he's clearly not 100%. The shoulder's been an issue. He's not running like he was earlier in the season. And that's not to make excuses for Kyler. It's just facts when you look at it. I can't believe the Rams lost to San Francisco. I can't believe that at the end of the day, the Cardinals lost to the New England Patriots. I mean, you see the standings right there. I mean, this is gigantic for the division. This is gigantic when you take a look at the NFC playoff picture. But make no mistake, the better team on the field on Sunday, the LA Rams. I was screaming Super Bowl run for the Rams over the last few weeks. I felt like I was ahead of the curve. And then they made me look smart. They beat Seattle. Then they beat Tampa Bay. That was just an inexplicable clunker. Jared Goff knows it's all on him. Sunday, it's his time to shine. Derek Carr nailed it, and it was kind of eerily similar if you think about it. Last year, the Raiders were 6-4, and they lost 34-3 to the Jets. This year, 6-4, and I still can't believe they were horrendous, despicable, awful. In the result of the year that was most surprising, just getting their doors blown off in Atlanta. Now, Josh Jacobs officially ruled out, which is not a surprise. There are no excuses, and Derek Carr knows it. You're playing the winless, hapless, pathetic, embarrassing, all-time anemic Jets. My expectation for Derek Carr and for the Raiders to win this game and make the playoffs, okay? You look at their remaining schedule, and I expect it. And this is not a little engine that could situation. The Las Vegas Raiders, I picked them preseason to make the playoffs. I expect them to make the playoffs. If that Atlanta game comes back and haunts them, that's going to be as bad as it gets. Listen, I still believe in Gruden. I still believe in Carr. Not going to be easy in theory without Jacobs, but did I mention you're playing the Jets? We're raising the bar on the Raiders. I expect Carr to play well. I think Darren Waller is going to be a matchup nightmare for the Jets. Get on the plane, get on the bus, go to the stadium, beat the crap, to quote back Derek Carr, out of the Jets, and take care of business the rest of the season and make the playoffs.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.